Seeing as how some companies pollute the air for free, I figured, why don't I do the same? It's easier.
Los Angeles. It has everything. Beaches, celebrities, smog. My home city has a perfect combination of factors that make it a winner of the dirtiest air award in the nation. The LA basin is ringed by mountains that make it harder for polluted air to move. Add that to the millions of cars and trucks that cruise this urban oil field, and you quickly realize that this is everyone's problem. Because air pollution doesn't care where you live. Just ask Manuel Pastor. I did. He's the director of the USC Program for Environmental and Regional Equity. Are you a scientist?
I'm a social scientist. That means I actually have some social skills.
So you're like the party scientist?
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking I'm in an ethnic studies program, so maybe I'm a fiesta scientist.
I like this guy. Good.
Poor people experience dirtier, more dangerous air. But it's not just poverty. It turns out that there's also disparities in exposure by race and ethnicity, even controlling for the level of income. When you have a lot of environmental inequality, that is, most of the burden is being borne by a small share of the population, you wind up getting worse environmental quality altogether. If you think you can put it in somebody else's backyard, you simply wind up getting more of it.
Can't you just put a fence around that pollution?
Turns out that the air carries the pollution everywhere.
Oh, okay. So, role play. Should I be the oil company or the minority?
You can be the oil company.
Okay. Hello, nice to see you. Oh, wait, I don't see you. You're a person of color. I'm going to read this magazine now.
Please, can you not put this facility in my neighborhood? It's really dangerous, and is there a possibility of you looking at me when I talk?
Oh, you're still here.
I am.
Oh, God. Professor Pastor told me to head to Wilmington to experience one of these polluted neighborhoods firsthand. Wilmington is 30 minutes south of downtown by the Port of Los Angeles. There are a staggering 5 oil refineries in the area. Until recently, some of these refineries engaged in near constant flaring, the cheapest way to dispose of the excess gases. Now, this effectively covered Wilmington in a noxious blanket. That is, until Alicia Rivera took on the case. Her organization, Communities for a Better Environment, has given minorities in Wilmington a voice.
Environment is another way of human rights. It's a right to have clean air. That's Palos Verdes, a very affluent community, and Wilmington is really their backyard. So we have a contrast between very wealthy and quite poor community down here. We have 2 major freeways, and of course all that traffic, all that particulate matter we are exposed to. Whatever name of pollution, we have it here in Wilmington. And the reason why is because this area is mostly low-income Latino immigrant population.
For 26 years, Jose Munoz has lived in this house, which is a block away from the refinery and across the street from a freeway. The fumes in the air here are intense.
Pero ninguno tiene asma.
No, nomás mi nieto como para respirar.
¿Y él vive aquí?
Sí.
His grandchild had to use an inhaler.
Fíjese que no, pero la mayoría padecen de alergias.
Most people in my house suffer from allergies.
Polvo, pero como humo.
And it's a kind of an ash-like dust over my plants.
The cost that we pay with our health is obscene, but we also pay in unexpected ways, like with our kids' educations. On the other side of Wilmington, Jenny Castillo and her family live less than a block from an active oil field.
My daughter got pneumonia 3 times, and it was all airborne. So I know that it has something to do with our environment. We're just stuck in the middle of all these toxins. You know, at the age of 5, they're just like little sponges. They're absorbing everything, taking in everything. And my daughter had to miss half of the school year. Just, you know, it just gets me really sad when I speak about that. Her immune system was giving up on her. For these huge oil companies. My daughter's like, she's 5 years old, you know? I'm sorry. For about 3 days, she didn't eat, she didn't move.
Through grassroots organizing and litigation, CBE won the most strict refinery flaring regulations in the nation.
My organization took a campaign that lasted 9 years, and we succeeded. Nobody thought that we could make a giant corporation turn off the flares, but it happened because of community pressure. What do we want?
Clean air.
And when do we want it?
Now.
So how did they get their voice back?
The only reason why our research had any legs to change policy is because communities took the research, they got involved, and they wound up lobbying their city council people, school officials, state officials to make change. Research itself doesn't change the world, people organizing does.
LA air quality isn't all bad news. Ed Avil is the deputy director of the Children's Health Study at USC. This 20-year study investigates the long-term effects of air pollution on the health of school children. Over 11,000 students in Southern California participated in this study.
The air quality here has come a long way. I grew up here as a boy. I mean, you would cough, your eyes would water. There were days when they would keep us from exercising in elementary school. And so the air quality, the control technologies, the improvements we've made in air here have really been incredible. It's not clean yet. We still don't meet the National Ambient Air Quality Standards for ozone or for particles, which are two kinds of pollutants in the air. But it's getting better. The number of days that we violate the standard have come dramatically down. We put filters on cars. We put filters on stationary power plants. We put filters on other industrial applications.
How does this impact our costs and our pocketbooks?
Well, it does have a cost, but again, if you take a step back and look at the larger cost, the cost of health care for dealing with children that have asthma, adults that have respiratory disease, that's trivial compared to the amount you save in terms of life care costs, quality of life.
We've come far, but we still have a ways to go. I think the Fiesta scientist and I have a solution.
Getting people out of cars and into mass transit, that helps to reduce some of the traffic that's affecting young lungs and everyone else's lives.
Now, maybe if people threw a party on the bus, perhaps with some guacamole.
I think that would probably attract quite a few new riders to mass transit if there was free guacamole.
Yeah. If you broke, still living it up. Say what up. Cause tonight, my account's on 0. But I'ma take out all I got. I'm going all in. All in, baby. Yeah.
Get 'em ballin'.
We're ballin'. We're ballin'. Shit. We put 'em all in. We're ballin'.
Let's fight for the communities in this episode. Please click below to see what we can do together to take action.
Next time on Spotlight.
Once again, gas prices in California are going way up.
Do you know why your gas price changes from day to day?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
People who are paying the extra cost, that's working people.